There are certain terminologies which are used in South India, which my friends from North say that समझ ही नहीं आता, पता नहीं क्या कहते रहते हो. Ahinda in Karnataka. And now Razakar, everyone has been asking me, the South Indian is here exactly for this. इसलिए तो मैं हूँ, so that I can explain it to you. So let's start. The BJP released its manifesto for Telangana elections slated for 30th November, and the main point is in the document is being viewed by many experts as one which has several polarizing elements. For example, suggestion to deport all Rohingyas and illegal immigrants and prevent the misuse of Aadhaar and passports. Then bring in an anti-radicalization cell to identify and eliminate potential threats and sleeper cells of terrorist organizations and what it calls anti-India forces. Then complete ban on cow slaughter. Then implementing the Uniform Civil Code or UCC.
तेलंगाना में यूसीसी लाने के लिए, समान नागरिक संहिता लाने के लिए भी एक कमेटी बनाएगी जो 6 माह के अंदर तेलंगाना के अंदर यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड को लागू करेगी.
But you know, most importantly, and what many think is about rewriting or recontextualizing history, and that the BJP is doing by making reference to Razakars. There is an overt comparison in the manifesto of comparing some politicians from opposition parties to Razakars.
मित्रों, अब मैं हमारी घोषणा पत्र की 25 मुख्य बातों पर आता हूं. पहली घोषणा है कि हर साल 17 सितंबर को हैदराबाद लिबरेशन डे मनाया जाएगा, जिसके माध्यम से हम निजाम के क्रूर पंजों से तेलंगाना की मुक्ति को फिर से एक बार नई पीढ़ी को याद कराएंगे. हम बेरनपल्ली परकल के शहीदों को श्रद्धांजलि देने के लिए 27 अगस्त को रजाकार विभीषिका स्मृति दिन भी मनाएंगे, जो रजाकारों के सामने तेलंगाना की जनता ने जो लड़ाई लड़ी है, इसको चीर स्मृति तक ले जाएंगे. और ये दोनों दिन ऑफिशियल तेलंगाना गवर्नमेंट मनाएगी. कोई डर के बगैर. हम मजलिस से नहीं डरते हैं, इनके सपोर्ट की ना जरूरत है ना चाहिए. इसके अलावा रजाकारों और निजाम के खिलाफ तेलंगाना के लोगों के संघर्ष का डॉक्यूमेंटेशन कर कर एक म्यूजियम और मेमोरियल हम स्थापना करेंगे.
I am sure many of us have either forgotten or really do not know who the Razakars were. So here is a quick run through on the Razakars. The Razakars were the paramilitary volunteer force in the Hyderabad state under the British Raj, which was formed in 1938 by the Majlis-e-Ittehad-ul Muslimin, what we know as MIM today. The Razakar had a leader in Qasim Rizvi, and this private military was sworn to maintaining Muslim rule in Hyderabad and resisting integration into India. The army, say many historians and those who were witness to his deadly assault, performed atrocities against both Hindus and Muslims who were disloyal to the regime of the Hyderabad state and fought against communists who were supposedly launching a revolution against the Hyderabad state and the state's feudal lords. Mind you, the Razakars and many of them who identified themselves as Hindu Razakars and Muslim Razakars, and they have said to have created terror into both the communities and into people they thought were raising their heads against Nizam's rule. During November 1947 to August 1948, when Hyderabad was under a standstill agreement with India, repeated demands were made to the Nizam of Hyderabad to disband the Razakars, which were all turned down. The Nizam said, no, the Razakars will remain. Eventually, you know what happened? An armed invasion. It was launched by India, and after a drubbing, the Nizam surrendered and agreed to disband the Razakars. Therefore, the Razakars are since then viewed almost as a domestic militia which terrorized and plundered the locals who were helpless in the face of an army which was extremely cruel. You know, for the BJP, it suits their political agenda as Muslims can sway close to 40 constituencies in Telangana, and more than anything, it's the party's method of avenging for the wrongs committed to Hindus by Razakars. Therefore, the BJP's insistence that 17 September, the day when the Nizam's army retreated after faced with what is called Operation Polo, it be called Hyderabad Liberation Day and not Telangana Liberation Day. On 17th of September, which is Telangana Liberation Day, a movie released, not really movie, teaser, titled Razakar, produced by BJP's leader, and it released a 1 minute and 43 seconds long teaser of the movie, depicting graphic details about the brutalities committed by the Razakars on the Hindus residing in Hyderabad state during the time of Nizam's rule. Even as this was celebrated by Telangana BJP leaders, what a teaser, mind-blowing, awesome. It was bitterly criticized by the ruling BRS. The movie is scheduled to, of course, release in 2024 and perhaps shall work in favor of the BJP for Lok Sabha elections in 2024. So that's who the Razakars were. And remember, it's not just that they were against Hindus. They were also against Muslims. They were a domestic militia, and yes, they were very cruel indeed.